Hey guys, my name is Ricardo. You are in the Hour of Design. This is episode number 2 of the series, just our second one. So I'm learning this whole sharing the screen business. I think I got it right. Yeah, I mean it looks like I got it right. So we're gonna continue. Next order of business. Let's see. I just quickly have got to see how on earth do I get to see my live chat, because apparently some people have live chatted with me, and I don't see it because I don't know where it is. But I saw it. I see it. I'm here. Woo! Okay, now I know where the chat is, and if you'd like to hit me up there on the YouTube chat, please feel free to do so. Now I know where it is. Moving on. Okay, so let's see. What do we have for today? The agenda is in the link at the bottom of the description of this YouTube video, rather. Okay, so just for this episode number 2, we are in our special time this week. This means that usually our times are going to be Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. But for this week only, we're going to do it on Monday. I'm not here on Wednesday, so that's what we had to do on a Monday. The usual time will be 3 p.m. Eastern. Get in the conversation by using live chat on Twitter or on YouTube here. So that's did I write that right? Live chat on YouTube or tweeting? You get what I mean. Okay, so we're in pound live design IRC as well in irc.mozilla.org, and we have a winner. So last week for our episode number 1, I designed a title screen with you. I made like about 4 different iterations. Actually, you know what? We can bring them up right here very quickly. Boom. There we go. So this is what we have. And I made a 4th one, I guess, using Photoshop, if you remember correctly. I'm not going to open it up because Photoshop takes forever, but I had this earth, I had patterns, and I had a black and white. So the black and white one, and thank you to Blake, he actually pointed some really, really great feedback that I completely oversaw. It was this one. So here, my text is centered, and it's great that it's centered, but if I put it on the right-hand side, it suddenly, if I center it, which was sort of like this, well, that doesn't look too well. So if we right align it against the edge, there we go. Now that looks a lot better. So completely missed out on that one. I think I was just designing way too quickly. I made the font thicker, so I gave it a bump up in the font weight. I burned properly, as you can see here, so that's properly done. And I was thinking of doing this sort of like episode 2, episode 3, that idea, but I don't know. Let's see if it works or not. But for now, that was the winner. So thank you for voting. Thank you for your feedback. I'm happy to say that we now have a title screen for the series. So yay, that's great. Next on the list. Okay, so Design Level Model of the Week. I started doing this last week, and I think I will continue. This is an opportunity for me to show you, I don't know, design that inspired me or that I liked. So check this out. Woo, look at that. Nice. Very nice animation at the beginning. We make the web a better place. This is the website for, and I'm going to missay it, Agigen? Ooh, sorry. But they are a Swedish web agency, and I really, really fell in love with the tiny details, the small details that are present in this this website. So might be hard to see, but if you visit this website, you're going to notice that the clouds overlay the text in front of it. So like the cloud is in the foreground and the text in the background. It looks so cool, guys. It looks so cool. Very minimal detail, but I think that's what makes this specific page shine. There are also some nice animations, though, you know, maybe the use of a hamburger might not be so accepted nowadays. It is a nice animation when you click on it. There we go. Click on it, and there we go. And everything is actually quite well done. So check out their landing page. And you know what? It's very focused, right? There is not a lot of nonsense around. Yes, they do use parallax. Yes, they are moving stuff around. There you go. See that? They're moving the devices around, but it creates depth. I personally like it. They have hover states down. Look at that hover state. Like that. That to me is a very nice hover state, as it is revealing important information as I'm hovering. This to me will also. So, yeah, there's no other ones that does that. Okay, yeah. When you hover over a specific device here on the right hand side, it becomes full opacity. So it goes from like wireframe mode into like creation mode into like essentially a developed phone. And you know what? Look at the title, From Idea to Pixel Perfect. So perfect. It's suiting to the illustration, the animation, the concept is suiting to what the copy says. So yeah, thumbs up for that for sure. Take a look at them. That's my love bomb of the week. Let's continue on. So on the wish list this week is a book that I already have and I've already read, but there's no reason why you shouldn't read a book twice or thrice. This book is called 100 Things Every Designer Needs to Know About People. It is a very popular book, so if you are watching this and you are inclined into the design world, you might have this already, but it's really, really good. It's a really good book. Because it's concise, it doesn't go like way in depth. I have actually a quote later on in the show. I have a quote of a book that really does go into depth and talking about all these semiotic concepts and understanding visual culture, things like that. So if you want something more in depth, I will definitely link you to that very soon at the end of the show. But for now, this is the compact, concise version. 100 Things Every Designer Needs to Know. It's sort of like social psychology, a little bit of cognitive science there, some memory studies, tidbits in there, how we recall information very poorly as human beings. So very interesting. Very interesting. It's what I really love about design. Music that got me moving this week is Shad. Check him out. Last week I gave you like an indie artist. This week I'm giving you hip hop, a little bit of rap, but it's very smart. It's very eloquent hip hop. So take a listen. Shad is pretty good. Now, that took me 8 minutes. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the Webmaker Android app. So I promised that we would do that last week. We will take a brief glimpse of it, and then we're actually going to get started in what I actually need to get done today, which is designing Play Store design collateral, essentially Play Store assets. Whenever you post an app in the Play Store or in the App Store on iOS, you have to submit, there we go. You have to submit assets. You have to submit, there you go, marketing material, essentially, text people. So look at this. This is for Facebook Messenger, I believe. Nice little things, stickers. So all these applications, there you go, so have the collateral. We will be coming out with a video. For now, we don't have one. I'm not going to show you that, but I will work on the static assets. There are even more assets that I need. I need like a hero image. If you are on an Android device and you go to Play Store, when you tap on an application in the Play Store, you will see a hero image at the top, and sometimes it has a play button. That means if it does have a video, then it plays right there. Very nice. I like the layout of the Google App Store, but it does require quite a bit of assets. So let's see. This is what I have to do. I'm away this week, so this is why this is a little bit lighter than usual, but look at this. So Andrew has very gracefully already laid out the content for me and what I need to focus on. I need to focus on creating graphics, high resolution icon, a featured graphic, promo graphic, TV banner, things like that. Now my work, I don't specialize in marketing material, so this will be hard for me. And I'm happy that you're here because you can watch me mess up 1,000 times so I can get this right. Let's start. Okay, so I'm going to give you a brief, like I said, we'll repeat. I'm going to give you a brief glimpse into the world of this Android app. We have, where am I? Here, yeah. So we have an Envision project set up. You know what? I'm going to start here. We have an Envision project set up here. And this has allowed me, yeah, actually, did you see InVision updated their UI? Pretty cool. Looks a lot like Android, gotta say. So we have all these screens, and all these screens, most of them link to specific parts of the project. But the premise of the app is a tool, an application that allows you to create a story or create content. Think about it. Maybe you want to design or create, a choose your own adventure type game, right? In which you can maybe, you know, the birds of the Amazon, Jungaroo is the name of this app, or this piece of content. As you can see, there's this bird. His name is Sam, we name him Tucker. Here's the Discover view. We have also a profile view in which you're able to see your creations, share them with others, create new projects, and I will show you what some sample content might look like. So there we go. So this is some sample content. We have a map view that allows you to see your creation zoomed out. So think about it like this, right? Be able to see your content zoomed out. These are all photos from Laura. She's our user researcher. She has been to Bangladesh, Kenya, Chicago, London, all over the world, really. Testing our product and testing our application, seeing if it speaks, if our assumptions are correct, if we failed in, you know, a small aspect of our UX, if the UI doesn't really, you know, convey the meaning that we want to. So all these little questions that we have, Laura goes around the world and gets us those answers. So we're really appreciative of her help. So these are her photos that she actually took while she was on assignment, you could call it. So this is a sample project, and content is called Happy People. So here I have my intro screen, Happy People. A user, you will in the future be able to write your own copy, like write your own text. We have some predefined fonts, some wacky fonts, some, you know, more normal fonts that you can set. We can add buttons here. So you can see here it says, new friends from my trips last year, Rio de Janeiro, Kenya, and Bangladesh, or around the world. So if you tap on a specific button, it would take you to a different part of your story. So this is where like the choose your own adventure game can be useful, or you can just make it a linear narrative. That's perfectly fine. So this one, playing at the LAN house in Rio, February 11th. We have some shots here. People can overlay images such as what you see here, the band of siblings on December 6th. This is Laura right here. This is my design partner, Luke. Wonderful time in Kenya. So people can rotate their photos, rotate text, change colors, and essentially make it their own. Make a story. There we go. Smiles from Nairobi. One can zoom in the photo really, really large, rotate text, put borders on images, put corners on images, change the opacity of text, change the opacity of an image. All these things we're able to do, and we will, of course, add more. We've added some advanced, what we call tinker mode. We've added some advanced methods of adding color to a specific text, and it doubles as a way for you to also learn about CSS and maybe in the future learn about HTML. So we want this to not just be a tool for you to learn how to code a little bit, even in little chunks, but we also want you to create really cool stuff. So that's, I'm going to say a brief glimpse. This is the map view, for example. Map view right here. Empty though. This is an empty map. Only one tile, only one page exists here, so not much to see. But I think the premise is good. If you have questions, let me know, and I will definitely answer what Webmaker app is all about. For today, though, we need to focus on graphics, on Webmaker content, app collateral. So let me take a look here. Let's go back to prep video, screenshots, and marketing copy. Okay, so graphics, high resolution icon. I'm going to skip on that. FeatureGraphic 1024 by 500. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a brand new sketch file with a brand new artboard. There you go. And the artboard we said was 1024 by 500. So I've never done this. I've only done this for iOS. I've designed iOS applications before, and I've done marketing content for that, but never have I done marketing content for the Play Store. So you know what? I want to FeatureGraphic. I want to get a little bit more acquainted as to what on earth I'm doing. This is unscripted. I have not done anything to prepare, and you might think that's risky, but I just want you to really get in and see my real work day. I don't want to plan and make you seem like I'm working faster than I actually work. So this is you seeing me completely unprepared. Launch checklist. Okay, so I just clicked the link and I didn't even know what link that was. It's a launch checklist. Perfect. I have brand guidelines here. This is not what I want. I've already read this. Let's see. Determine your app's content rating, content distribution. I don't want this. Will I find what I want here? Related resources. Look at this. Graphic assets for your application. I'm going to click on that. Ooh, perfect. FeatureGraphic. Your FeatureGraphic is a powerful tool to show off your creative assets. Ooh, this is what I was talking about, guys. So over here, what you can see is, hold on, mouse, pose. Come on. Work with me. There we go. So this right here, that is the FeatureGraphic. So it shows up at the top. And let's see, a FeatureGraphic is required in order for it to be featured anywhere within Google Play. So this is actually quite high priority. I need a JPEG or a PNG with no alpha, no transparency essentially. So you know what, I'm just gonna make a JPEG. I won't even bother with a PNG. Dimensions, I have them 1024 by 500. Andrew has given that to me already. FeatureGraphic is displayed at the top of the store listing. Perfect. If you've added a promo video, a play button will overlay your FeatureGraphic. Oh, there it is, that play button. I won't worry about that just yet because I don't think, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think the video will be ready by the time that we do release this, for the first time at least. So you know what, I'm gonna work as if with the assumption that there will be no video ready. That way it will at least allow me to have that version ready, and if I do need a version with the play button, the play button is given by Google, but I need to accommodate that area essentially. So I will modify that. But for now, I think it's easier for me not to do not to accommodate for that play button, and just see where my imagination takes me. Don't include any copy or visual information near the borders of the asset. Why? Well, you can see, you know, there's a back button here, there's a search button here. Not a good idea. And also there's a gradient that is given by Android, given by the Play Store. So yes, not a good idea. Might want to do it in the center, lower center, that type of stuff. Oh, there. Try to center align any logo, copy information in the vertical and horizontal center of the frame. So perfect center is what I call that. If adding text, use large font size and check that. And your graphic may be displayed alone without the app icon. Okay, so that probably means I need an icon. If it might not be displayed. I'm nervous. This is episode 2. I'm not used to that, but let's get started. FeatureGraphic, I'm going to sample colors. I need to get my colors right. Whoops, sorry about that. You saw some terminal window there. What do I need to do? I need to open up the app content, the actual app. Wait for it. It's thinking. It's a large file. Perfect. So I have this. I can click anywhere. What's really cool about Sketch is that it gives me the latest update of Sketch. Gave me this. Not just, well, in this case, in this case it says document greatness, but we have also document colors. So I'm going to show you here. Whoop. Look at that, document colors. So this is my primary color and this is my secondary color. And my primary color is 669 EFF. So I know that I need this. So remember how last week I told you to, let's take a look at the why and the purpose of this. Let's do it. While I'm doing this, we'll talk through it and it'll help me understand why I'm doing this and what I should be creating. So, I mean, the reason one would create a feature graphic is to entice someone to download your application, essentially, right? It's simple. The only preparation I did do for this was I opened up my Google phone, my Android phone. I went to the Play Store and I looked at other benchmarks. Like, that's usually my first step. Where when I really have no idea what I'm gonna do, I look how other people have done it, and maybe some ideas sparked there. There is no harm in looking at what other people have done, even if it's for admiration purposes. There is no harm and no fault in that. So I looked around. I saw Dropbox. I saw Twitch. Twitch is right now trending. So I saw Twitch's content, marketing content, and every app except for games really are very simple. They just show their logo. I don't even see a slogan. I don't see, like, we have a slogan here. Let's see. This is a page that just came out, beta.webmaker.org. What do we have here? Connect the things you love. So that's what we went with. And I think we're testing some other copy, but for now, connect the things you love. So the feature graphic doesn't even have a slogan such as our connect the things you love. But I might want to add one, no? Like, you might want to be enticed to download this. I don't know. I would want to do something a little bit more cool. There are some really great ones. Angry Birds, for example. I took a look at it. If you are on an Android phone, take a look at Angry Birds. It's very nice. Like, all of the birds are flying into the play button because they do have a video. So all of the birds are flying in. And what does that do? Well, your eye immediately goes into that play button. I mean, it's already in the center, so you're gonna look at it. But still, good, right? It's a good technique. Always lead the eye. Should I use this gradient? You know what? I'm not. I'm not going to use this gradient because this strays a little bit away from the actual UI. The UI color, as you can see here on the right-hand side, is more bluish. I'm using more of a teal aqua gradient here on the landing page that I designed. So I'm going to go straight blue for now. I know I need a logo. Everyone needs a logo. So I have one. Just got to find the design documents. And I have Webmaker icons. There we go. I'm going to open it up in Illustrator because Illustrator opens EPS files. Let's wait. Let's wait around a little bit. You know, even if I mess up today, it's a pretty light day. The US is on holiday. Happy Memorial Day. So it's all right. You know what? Pressure's off a little bit. Okay, cool. So I have Webmaker word mark or logo. I would probably want to use the full one, Mozilla word mark, Mozilla Webmaker here. There we go. Copy. Paste it right here. Awesome thing about Sketch is that it accepts AI files. It accepts SVG, obviously, as it is a vector program. But it's very cool that way. Like, it's very malleable that way. That's why I love. One of the many reasons why I do love using Sketch. So, okay, my grid is open. I just opened up my grid. Not gonna help me right now. Is this what I need? Like, is it just this? Well, let's see. I'm going to go back to my archive. When I was creating, so now I'm in the app here. When I was creating the login sign up, I initially, oh, there we go. I initially, see this is full blue. I initially made this with a textured background. I have something called retired UI here. I like keeping what I don't end up using and what was too wacky and too crazy for us to move forward with. That's all right. Like, there is no bad creative decision. Let's see this one. See, this one was like, I believe it was like 80% there, but didn't quite make it this little illustration. But, you know, we went for something more simple, sort of like this. It is not quite the same, but something more simple is what we went with. Sometimes simple is a lot better, and bloating the UI is not going to really do it for us. But look at this. So it's like a honeycomb dot pattern. I don't know. It was a little bit out there. I got feedback. It didn't make it. And they're right. I think Andrew said that this pattern did not really translate well to the visual language of the application. And you know what? I completely agree. There are no patterns in the UI. There's only depth that we use. So because of that, I removed it. Now, I'm thinking here, should I add it? Should I add it in the feature graphic just to see what it would look like? I mean, yeah, let's try it. Remember last week that we just created, I'm going to lock this screen. Last week we created something, and it was the little space title screen. I personally thought that was a bad idea to end up doing that, but I wouldn't have known to continue working on it if I hadn't done it. Or, you know, sometimes you just gotta make sure that what you are creating is it's good, you know, and it's gonna stand the test of time. Speaking of test of time, I will show you later some awesome logos that have stood the test of time that I really like. What did I do? Whoops. Whoopsies. I have no idea what I did. I have this like crazy plugin probably. So, boom. Okay, I'm gonna. So, this is brand without any pattern, just our primary color. I have a nice pattern there. You know what? It doesn't look bad. Let's take a look at the context that this will be placed in. So I'm going to take a look back here. So see, this is what we're working for. And I mean, Androidify is doing it fairly well with all their mascots and things like that. Now, this application doesn't have mascots. Yes, it does actually. It has Tucker the toucan. But I don't think I should use Tucker. It doesn't really tell anything of regarding the app, so I shouldn't. I mean, maybe if I were to create like sort of like mascots like this, maybe that will be a good chance for us to do it. Maybe in the future when Tucker appears in tutorials, like in the first time use and onboarding of the application, maybe that's a great time to add Tucker to this featured graphic. But for now, I don't think it'll do anything for us really. So I'm not going to add Tucker. It adds no value, and it might even confuse people. I might say, "Oh, this is an animal application," or I get to discover what toucans are all about. They are beautiful, but this is not what the app is for. It's to create stories. It's to tell a story. So, do we need a book? Hey, maybe. But for now, let's go for this. And you know what? I'm going to duplicate this layer, and I'm going to remove the pattern, so that we have that option ready for us to use. I'm going to submit both for feedback, for review, I guess, to see if this is what we want. I'm also going to keep Mozilla Webmaker, not just Webmaker, and not just the M. The M, no one could really know what it is. Webmaker is true, so the word mark and just Webmaker would work. But we are part of Mozilla, so Mozilla Webmaker, I think, would work in this feature graphic instance. I'm trying to come up with other treatments that we can use. Let's try our Tinker mode color. So let's take a look at UI Toolkit right here. Where's my color? Oh, there it is. Boom. So look at these awesome colors that that we went for. I got blue, shadow blue, sapphire, nice, teal, slate, heather gray, light gray, plum, and shadow plum. Do I hear an applause for most creative color name? I'm pretty proud of them. I'm especially proud of Shadow Plum. I think that that is, ooh, that goes in the Hall of Fame for me. I'm going to copy the plum color, and maybe we can use it here. Maybe we can use it with also a pattern, but let's see. Nope, I do not like it. I do not like it. I'm gonna give it some depth here. Let's see how this works. So can I do this? Yeah. Oh my God, no. Okay, well, I'm gonna fix this. Don't worry. Fear not, fear not. Fear not. There we go. And now I'm gonna put this here. Whoops, I'll put this there. So I'm trying to give it some depth, right? Like something on this feature graphic that would raise some eyebrows, give some smiles. Maybe I should just use Tucker, man. Because Tucker is giving me smiles, you know? I've been personally happy to design Tucker. I always forget. There we go. So I'm using the pen tool that it comes with Sketch to make this like vector shape, so I can make it 10% darker on the brightness scale, and then move it up here so that we can see this. You know what? I'm going to leave it. I think there definitely needs some work here in the curvature, right? But for now, it will do. What I'm going to do, what I usually do when I have some random ideas, is I will sanity check them with members of my team, being like, hey, like, do you like this? Is this worth it? And they will usually tell me the cold hard truth that this is not good. But again, that's okay. It's again, no. I like it more here, but less here. I'm going to remove it. I have something here, and this actually stirs an idea within me here. So no. So like little some edges happening. All right, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to continue on this dark version. So the reason why I create all these different iterations, and they might look different, some might look wacky, is because when I ask for feedback, I want to have as many varied content as possible, so that, for example, one might see the purple one and hate it in purple, but then they will say like, hey, what would you try it in blue? And turns out the blue was amazing. But it opens up the area discussion, essentially. It opens up the opportunity to discuss things further. If I were just to promote and submit this one that I'm dragging around as my one, so this is what I have for a feature graphic, people might say cool, People might not like it. Essentially, I'm stifling feedback, right? I'm stifling progression of this asset right here. So that's why, as a designer, you most probably want to come up with 3 iterations more. I once did 12. I think that's my max. At one point, I made 12 different iterations of one single thing. And it's not easy, but sometimes you gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta. So, FeatureGraphic, what else do I need? I lost the page, let me bring it back. I need a promo graphic. So will this promo graphic here, look at this, promo graphic. The promo graphic is used for promotions on older versions of the Android OS, earlier than 4.0. This is early though, like we are targeting at least 4.0 in our app. So do you need, well, I guess we do need it. Oh, thank you, Erica. Oh, thank you, Jalen. Sorry, just responding to some comments here. Okay, so earlier than 4.0, this image is not required to submit an update for your store listing, but we probably should anyway. Okay, 180 by 120. Let me do that, and you know what? It's probably going to be just this, but smaller. So, 180, 120. Wow, this is super small. Jeez Louise. With something this small, pattern usually doesn't do the trick. It becomes extremely overwhelmed, very busy. That's the reason why I did use pattern here, is because we have a large area to use, and pattern gets moves into the background. When the size of the asset that you want to create is so small, pattern is usually not the way forward. This is definitely what we would probably want. A very, very simple Mozilla Webmaker. Also take consideration of the audience. The audience right now is going to be people that are in pre 4.0. They wouldn't be able to use our app. So we want something just to like a this is what we're all about. But I find it almost dishonest to entice them if we don't support their application, their device. Okay. What happened here? Why am I seeing half values? Okay, this is what the promo. And you know what? I'm not going to spend time thinking about different iterations for this. I will just give this one. If anything, the feature graphic will inform the promo material. So I just this one I just want to have it ready there, the promo material. But if anything, what I create in feature graphic, I will be able to translate forward into promo material. Let's move on. Bit of a check mark there, I guess. TV banner, 320 width by 180 height. Let's take a look here. This is for Android TV, to publish an Android TV enabled app. A banner asset is required. When you're creating a banner asset, think of it like your app's icon on Android TV. Note, your app's banner asset will only be displayed on Android TV devices. It is at this point where I am confused. I'm going to send a message to Andrew. Do we need the TV banner assets? Because, oh boy, yep, there it is. Because of the note, it seems that the app's banner asset would only be displayed on Android TV devices. I don't am I missing something? Maybe our app is able to be played on Android TV devices. I do not believe so, but I'm going to comment on that. And I'm going to move forward here. Screenshots, I need a phone, 7-inch tablet, and 10-inch tablet. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that just yet. But I do have some assets already created. So if we take a look at beta.webmaker.org, this device is already done, and I'm able to just place in a specific screenshot of essentially this. I'm able to put anything here. Anything here. I'm able to put it within the frame of the device, export it, and then, you know, that's it. That's it. It's done. This this asset, it's great that I have this asset. I think was what I mean to say. It's great that I have this asset because I don't need to worry about it. This took a while to do. Even we had some wild marketing. We had some wild iterations. So check the iterations on this one. Oh, you know what? Better yet, I'm just going to show you the actual file, the sketch file, so you can see everything. So different iterations here. I think you saw this last week, but this is how the phone used to be. It used to be in an angle, and I gotta be honest with you. I botched this. It's hard. It's very hard to make something have perspective, or like have this depth. It is extremely hard. I could not end up. I could have, but it would have taken me a really long time, I think, to make it perfection. As you can see here, I have some jagged edges at the top. Let's take a look here. I have some jagged edges over there. This bottom is not really right, because if we're looking at a device, the bottom shouldn't really be visible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sagging down, so the perspective is a bit off here. The perspective of the bottom and the jagged lines at the top are off. I was working on making it better, and then one of the designers I work with, Luke, said, "Hey, listen, I think it's better just you know, front and center like that. You know, it seems a little bit more honest. It opens up conversation as to what the app really is about." And I started looking at it, the difference between the left and the right, and I couldn't come up with a reason, with a rationale as to why I made it tilted in the beginning. It was just, you know, I don't know, gut instinct to start doing it, like, you know, skewed towards the left hand side of the device. But I couldn't come up with a real answer and a real rationale. And that, to me, says, yeah, the design at that point is superfluous, and it does not give the user a meaningful impact. So we went for something like this at the end of the day, sort of like a last-minute decision. And I'm really happy that we did that. I'm really happy. I think it looks a lot better. It's a lot clearer. The device is a lot sharper. Look at that. Look at those broken pixels. There we go. I think that looks better. Don't worry, guys. It's good. It's good. It might not look so good here because I'm rendering with a camera. But there we go. So these are the error states. And look at this. These are terrible error states, the ones that I started designing. Look at them. Blue. And I think I took them from the app and I started modifying them. And essentially, I made them look like this at the end. So smaller whites with a nice enough contrast. So point is here, iteration makes everything happen. Your first idea is usually garbage, and then as you start thinking about it, it's like playing with Play-Doh, you know, like you're playing with Play-Doh, you're using your design muscles to think about new ways and new perspectives of showing something, displaying something to people. So this is an example of what happened. Actually, this is one of my first ones. I still like the blue. I would personally, I think I would have gone with the blue, but like the solid blue with very small radial gradient there. But I think the teal gradient is also quite nice. The advantage of that is that you're able to lead the eye towards the right hand side, which is where the device is. The eye immediately goes to where the brightest part of the page is, and we have a radial gradient, such as what we have here, the eye moves naturally to the right-hand side, which is where the device is, which is where I want you to see, essentially. I want you to get a glimpse of the application. So in that respect, I think the gradient definitely wins. Derailment. I got derailed. I have no idea what I'm doing now. What happened? Okay, we're back here. Mozilla Webmaker. Yes, we were in that Android TV promo. Screenshot the phone. There we go. And I said I will not do it for now. I won't. I won't. I mean, I might show you, but I don't want to do it because I already have the device, and I don't really know what screenshot we're going to go for. So this sparks a great conversation point. I'm going to ping Andrew and Paul. He's our marketing lead. Paul, Paul. Why are you not? I'm probably misspelled it. What screenshot of the app are we thinking of going with for the? Oh yeah, for the screenshots, but that's repetitive. Oh, trailing adverb here. That's all right. I'm not gonna. I started reading, by the way, my last week's wish list, which was the grammar thing. I'm happy to report that I've learned some really great things about writing. Writing is extremely hard, so it seems now, but that's okay. And for now, I think I can move forward. 10-inch tablet. I do not have 10-inch tablet. Android. Is this? Okay, yeah. This is this one. I don't have an asset for this. You know what? I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. I'm complete. I just had a very. Okay. So what Andrew means and what the Google reference means is these screenshots. I do not need to provide the... Oh, I feel so embarrassed. I do not need to provide the device. The device is given to me, guys. It's because it gets displayed on the screen of the device. I just need to provide the screenshots, period. However, with that being said, Facebook... Is it Facebook? No. Facebook does. So Facebook does what is being asked for. It's essentially just app screenshots. However, Messenger does it a little bit different. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to providing. So I guess that's why I got confused. Okay, I'm not so embarrassed now because I have a valid point. This is what I'm talking about. Text the people you care about for free. So you have a little bit of a slogan, you had a little bit of marketing material, some copy, and then you have the device, and then within the device, you have the app screenshot. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to also, I'm sorry, you know what, sometimes it's design is just about getting more clarification because we don't want to derail ourselves in work that will not get used. We want to use our work, our time appropriately. So this one again, and H. Paul, why? Johnson. Okay. Another question. Do we want to go for normal screenshots, or do we want to design, something taken to Facebook? Oh, to Messenger. And I'm just going to see if I'm opening up a new private window. Does it work? Yeah, I just want to, sometimes you're logged in and stuff like that. There you go. So yeah, they can see what I mean. And now I can get more clarification. Okay. Geez, this is it. I have 9 minutes left. This is the hour of design, but design also is comprised of front-end design, some front-end stuff, some nice CSS transitions and stuff like that. So I will just share with you quickly what I worked on. I think I'm gonna leave this one until I get a little bit more clarification as to what I am actually creating and what I'm doing. But next week you will be able to see progress that I've made and different iterations. Hopefully I'll design this with you as well. But let's hide this a little bit since it was a bit more fruitless than I thought. Let's see what I have left before I show you. Let's create project landing page. I showed you actually the project content, the sample project content. I've showed you that with Laura's photos. Prepping the video, that's what I have left. Some of the UI gets lost. I've already submitted a nice bluish white. Some people just see it as white, but if you have a design eye, you will see that as a bluish white thing, so that the buttons can be can raise themselves out from the white background. Set link destination around project. I think I have this done. Look at that. That's a link destination. Remember that that nice little landscape that I showed you that I think was over the top, but I think it was 80% there, but we didn't end up using it. We ended up using this link destination with our Tinker color and our Tinker icon. So that's what we ended up doing. Right now here I'm annotating the design. I'm showing some design, writing some design notes, writing some actions, some expected behaviors, so that the developers that will take on this project can be informed. I'm obviously always there to answer any questions, provide assets, hey, maybe even code something. So I have everything here. So very quickly, I'm going to show you. Close this. So yeah, these are some hover states that I worked on today. So take a look here. Whoop. Nice little things here. This is what I like working on. So, some of the things I like working on the most with front-end design are just these small. Hopefully you can see it. Let me see. Hold on. Oh yeah, we're streaming at 1080, guys. Woo! Yeah, so look at that. Very nice. I got this one. Submit a proposal with a nice button. If you click on it, it depresses and it changes the opacity. And I have these little guys here. If you hover over them, they move slightly up. And then these ones I have normal. Well, a little bit more than normal, but these little interactions are what I consider the small details in design, and what I think you can really captivate your users. When you design something, always think about the hover state. Always think about, what it's going to be. Is it going to be something like this? Maybe it's going to be something a little bit more subtle. I made this a little bit wackier because it is a CTA. It's a call to action. It is a submission for proposal button. So it is important. But this, because it's in the menu, it wants to be a little bit, it needs to be more subdued. But hey, it doesn't mean that you can't make something a little bit more special than just a normal anchor link. We can make some animations, some transitions that will look, eventually, it will raise the value of the page the way that I see it. At least the emotional value of the page, I firmly believe that it will definitely add to it. And even if we get a glimpse, a little grin, the smallest smile from a person using this site, I think that's it. I think we've done our job. I can go home happy that I've done something and that I've made someone happy, albeit for a little bit, a few seconds, nanoseconds even. But when sometimes someone sees this, be like, oh wow, there's an error there, let's go, and then boom, they can actually create a proposal. So I want to entice them to do so. I want to hold their hand a little bit without me being there all the time. And I find that we do that with the small features and the small hover states, small actions, micro interactions is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I think we're done for now. Yeah, we're done. So I'll let you know how it goes. Let's just go back to the Evernote quote of the week. Looking is to actively make meaning of that world with a more involved sense of purpose and direction. Think about it. It is a heavy one. It's a loaded one. But this quote comes from a book called The Practices of Looking by Cartwright, Sturkin and Cartwright. I think I did Cartwright first, but Sturkin and Cartwright, Practices of Looking. It is an introduction to visual culture. This is one of my first books that I studied when I was doing my undergrad in semiotics and in visual culture. I found it to be an excellent resource, and you know, if you read this line again, it really makes sense. As you're observing, as you're looking around, you're trying to understand what is happening around you, and you're adding your own stories to the world that you see, and that's beautiful because you can make it your own. If you have feedback, get in touch with me, Twitter, RC, or email. I'm happy to share with you what I'm working on with further links, and I'm also happy to receive feedback. I'm a designer, so that's what I live for, is receiving feedback all the time. Episode 3 will air next week on Wednesday. I will send the link. That is no problem. I hope you had a good time. I'm sorry we didn't go so wacky, so wild, but you know, sometimes you got to think about this a little bit more. Sometimes you have to ask for clarification before you know, go off the deep end and start designing some really crazy things. So hopefully next week we'll have something a little bit better, design better, some more information. Until then, I will see you later.